Did you know that the 2024 WHO report warns that 1 in 5 people will face cancer during their lifetime? And each day the world records more than 49,000 new cases. It sounds frightening, yet science is opening intriguing doors of hope. Natural compounds in the very cups of tea you drink daily have shown in preclinical studies that they can destroy cancer cells without harming healthy tissue. I know many people still doubt and ask questions such as, "Doctor, even targeted drugs aren't guaranteed. How could we rely on a few tiny tea leaves?" The clear truth is that herbal remedies cannot replace chemotherapy when you are battling this terrible disease. But if taken in the right dose and the right way, they can reduce inflammation, strengthen immunity, improve sleep, and markedly lower cancer risk, especially after age 50, when your immune system weakens day by day. All of that boosts quality of life and saves a significant amount of money compared with many costly supplements. In today's video, I'll take you through the top 7 teas with the most impressive power against this century's disease. Together we'll shatter myths, relying on the latest research data published by leading scientists. I'll also show you the precise brewing formulas so each tea's nutrients reach peak effectiveness. And at the end of the video, I'll wrap up with 3 common mistakes that can turn a nourishing cup into a useless drink if prepared the wrong way. If you want to accompany me on this health journey, hit like, share with friends, and subscribe to the Healthy Vitality channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss any valuable medical insights. Let me know where you're watching from and which tea you love in the comments. 1. Matcha tea. Just 1 smooth green spoonful whisked to a froth in 30 seconds can deliver a list of benefits that a morning coffee can hardly match. Steady energy, clear focus without jitters, brighter skin, and more importantly, a shield against the oxidative stress that creeps into every cell. Matcha, the purest essence of Japanese tea leaves, does this thanks to the warrior, EGCG. Matcha differs from ordinary green tea because the plants are shaded for the final 3 weeks before harvest. The picked leaves are briefly steamed, then slowly ground on granite mills, preserving the chloroplasts, chlorophyll, and polyphenols. When we drink matcha, we actually eat the whole leaf rather than just steeping it as with bagged tea, so the antioxidant load enters the body almost intact. EGCG is the star. A 2023 study in Cancer Cell International showed that at concentrations equivalent to 2-3 cups of matcha a day, EGCG could reverse the energy pathway of breast cancer cells, cutting their survival rate in vitro by 42%. While this is not yet a cancer cure, the message is clear. Adding matcha to the morning routine gives the body an active first line of defense. Beyond EGCG, matcha contains L-theanine, an amino acid characteristic of shade-grown tea leaves. L-theanine crosses the blood-brain barrier and promotes alpha-wave activity, so drinkers feel relaxed yet alert, without the restlessness of an espresso shot. This calm but awake effect is why Japanese Zen monks have relied on matcha for centuries. For office workers facing back-to-back meetings, 1 cup at 9 a.m. maintains focus until noon without a racing heart. For the cardiovascular system, matcha polyphenols help blood vessels expand and contract smoothly, reducing plaque formation. Each 70 ml cup with 1 g of powder provides about 60 mg of catechins, enough to nudge LDL cholesterol down if taken consistently for 8 weeks. Athletes also see matcha as a secret for faster glycogen replenishment after high-intensity training. EGCG speeds up fat burning in muscle cells, sparing precious glycogen and boosting endurance. Simple practice. 45 minutes before a run, drink half a mild matcha. After training, finish the remaining half with a little coconut water for electrolytes. Matcha's beauty from within power is worth every cent. By neutralizing free radicals, EGCG slows collagen breakdown, keeping skin elastic and luminous. Many beauty fans add a pinch of matcha to Greek yogurt, mix with honey, and use it as a 10-minute weekly mask to fade dark spots and calm inflammatory acne. For hair, polyphenols improve scalp microcirculation, strengthening follicles. Proper matcha preparation is simple yet demands a bit of care, so the flavor explodes. Sift 1 g of powder into a bowl, add 70 ml of 80 degrees C water. If no thermometer, let boiled water stand 5 minutes, and whisk in a W motion with a bamboo chasen until a fine foam blankets the surface. Then drink at once. 1 to 2 cups in the morning is suitable. In the afternoon, cut to half a gram to avoid late-night sleeplessness. Latte lovers can whisk the powder with 30 ml warm water, then add 120 ml unsweetened almond milk. Still the same EGCG ratio, but gentler for beginners. However, don't let a few small mistakes ruin matcha's superpowers. First, never mix it with sugary packaged fruit juice. The sugar spike shoots insulin up, cancels blood glucose stability, and accelerates glycation that ages the skin. Second, combine no more than 2 super seeds or functional powders in 1 cup. Too many ingredients compete and hinder absorption. Third, anyone anemic from iron deficiency should drink matcha at least 30 minutes after the main meal, because EGCG can hamper plant iron uptake. Instead, raise vitamin C sources in the meal, strawberries, bell peppers to compensate. To upgrade further, stir matcha with 5G collagen peptides and squeeze in half a mandarin. Vitamin C links collagen, catechins battle oxidation, and peptides supply raw material for connective tissue, a 3-in-1 combo for skin, joints, and hair. Gym goers can pair matcha with neutral-flavored whey. Matcha masks whey's harsh taste, and its gentle caffeine boosts energy burn by 10% through the afternoon. Storage matters too. Matcha powder hates light, moisture, and foreign odors. After opening the tin, transfer the powder to a dark glass jar, keep it refrigerated, and use within 6 weeks so EGCG stays active. Each time you scoop, use a clean, dry spoon. If room humidity sneaks in, the powder clumps and loses its mild seaweed aroma. 2 black tea. A simple cup of black tea each afternoon can do far more than banish drowsiness. It quietly armors your colon cells, helping them resist the dangerous mutations that can lead to cancer. Black tea, fully fermented leaves that yield an amber liquor, is a treasure trove of compounds called thioflavins. Among them, thioflavin 3-gallate is like a genetic bodyguard. A 2024 study in the International Journal of Cancer Prevention showed that supplementing mice with an extract rich in thioflavin 3-gallate reduced colon tumor growth by up to 40%. Although it will take much more work to confirm the same effect in humans, the finding suggests that a small habit such as drinking black tea daily may form the first line of defense for the digestive tract, an organ constantly exposed to inflammatory and mutagenic agents from food, tobacco, and pollution. Compared with coffee, black tea's caffeine is gentler. It sharpens the mind and keeps the heartbeat steady without jitters. For that reason, many people switch to 2 to 4 cups of black tea instead of 4 strong coffees. They stay focused all morning, yet remain calm when making decisions at midday. Thioflavins also tune cholesterol. Drinking 3 cups a day for 8 weeks produces a modest but lasting drop in LDL while nudging beneficial HDL upward. Mechanistically, thioflavins bind cholesterol in the gut to curb absorption and simultaneously prompt the liver to pull more LDL from the blood. Black tea also steadies blood sugar. The reason appears to be that thioflavins inhibit salivary alpha amylase, slowing starch breakdown. Post-meal monitoring shows peak glucose levels falling by an average of 15 mg/dl in prediabetic adults who drank 3 cups daily for 12 weeks. In addition, the reddish-brown pigments in the cup, thiobigens, act as microsoluble fiber, feeding gut bacteria that produce butyrate and thereby dampening systemic inflammation. To activate black tea's benefits, remember 3 steps. Let freshly boiled water cool to 95 C. Pour it over the leaves, cover, steep for 3–5 minutes, then strain. Steeping 2 briefly prevents thioflavins from dissolving. Steeping beyond 7 minutes releases excess tannin. making the tea harsh and irritating the stomach. Add a thin lemon slice if you like. Vitamin C stabilizes thioflavins and enhances non-heme iron absorption when a meal is heavy in leafy greens. Avoid white sugar. Just 2 teaspoons blunt the tea's glucose-steadying effect and accelerate skin-aging glycation. If you need sweetness, try a few drops of stevia. First-time drinkers may add 30 ml of warm plant milk. The healthy fat softens bitterness while preserving the tea's dark hue. Timing matters. Sip a cup in the morning after a light slice of bread so the caffeine disperses evenly and doesn't cause jitters. A second cup at early afternoon wards off the 3 p.m. energy crash. But stop before 4 p.m. so you can still sleep deeply by 9 or 10 p.m. Caffeine-sensitive individuals, or those with high blood pressure, should cap intake at 2 cups and choose decaf, which still retains about 60% of thioflavins. If you are iron deficient, drink black tea at least 1 hour after the main meal. Tannins can hinder iron uptake if consumed too close to food. Athletes or light morning exercisers can use black tea as a natural pre-workout. Its moderate caffeine stimulates the nervous system, and thioflavins burn fat faster by improving circulation. Blend 200 ml warm black tea with 5G collagen peptides and 1 drop of manuka honey. Tasty, joint-friendly glycine plus antioxidant polyphenols. For a refreshing post-workout drink, let the tea cool, squeeze in lemon, and add a few ginger slices. Ginger boosts circulation, and lemon supplies vitamin C to strengthen vessel walls. Black tea also scores well in storage. Keep it in an airtight glass jar, in a cool, dry place away from strong odors. Its polyphenols are sturdier than matcha's, so the flavor stays full for up to a year. Avoid silica desiccants, they make leaves brittle. If you infuse the tea with cinnamon or cardamom, choose mild Ceylon cinnamon. Cascia's strong aroma can overwhelm Assam's or Darjeeling's natural honey notes. A common mistake. Many people believe the stronger the better, brewing an extra thick tea and then adding sweetened condensed milk. Though visually appealing, the combo of sugar, saturated fat, and high caffeine turns a healthy cup into a calorie bomb that stresses the arteries. Stick to the rule of less but refined. 2 to 4 properly brewed cups a day, add fragrance but cut the sugar. 3. Ginger tea. What would you think if a steaming cup of ginger tea each morning could simultaneously start up your stomach, quietly mute inflammatory signals in your joints, and even slow the spread of cancer cells? It sounds like overhyped advertising, yet 2024 science has scored a point for the warrior gingerol, the main active in ginger, by demonstrating that it can block NF-kappa B, the pump station that drives ovarian cancer cells to invade. In the spice world, ginger is loved for its warming bite, but behind that heat lies a trove of natural anti-inflammatory agents. Gingerol, shawgil, and zingerone team up like a trio of patrol officers roaming the body, neutralizing free radicals and extinguishing the silent inflammatory reactions we rarely notice right away, such as subtle swelling around the knees or vessel walls irritated by high blood sugar. When NF-kappa B is silenced, the genes that call for inflammation, fibrosis, and even those that help cancer cells slip through connective tissue all back down. That is why a 2024 report in BMC Complementary Medicine showed that gingerol extract markedly reduced the invasion rate of ovarian tumors in a lab model. The result opens hopeful doors for supportive use, not a cancer cure, but an easy-to-find, inexpensive, palate-friendly defensive layer. In everyday practice, oncologists already recommend ginger tea to chemotherapy patients. The best studied dose is 2 g of freshly minced ginger, about 4 to 5 thin slices, infused in hot water, divided into 2 servings a day. Even at this small dose, nausea and dry vomiting after infusion drop significantly compared with plain water. Mechanistically, gingerol interacts with stomach serotonin receptors, sending a cool-down signal to the brain's vomiting center. A welcome side benefit: ginger helps food pass smoothly into the intestines, easing bloating from antibiotics or painkillers. Proper brewing is simple. Slice 4 to 5 fresh ginger rounds, do not peel. The skin holds the most essential oils. Lightly crush to release juice. Place in a cup with 200 ml boiling water, cover, and steep exactly 10 minutes. When you lift the lid, a warm, spicy aroma rises. Add half a teaspoon of lemon juice or a few strips of peel to boost vitamin C, balance flavor, and aid non-heme iron absorption if the next meal is rich in greens. Prefer sweetness. Use a half teaspoon of pure honey instead of white sugar. Honey's fructooligosaccharides feed gut flora and avoid the insulin spike of refined sugar. Important notes. Ginger can thin the blood slightly, so anyone on anticoagulants should consult a doctor and keep total fresh ginger below 4 g per day. Those with severe reflux should drink it 30 minutes away from meals to avoid acid irritation. Pregnant women in the first trimester are safe with up to 1 g of dried ginger, about 2 fresh slices for morning sickness, but near delivery they should cut back because ginger may thin the blood. Acute gallstone patients must be cautious, as ginger can force the gallbladder to contract more strongly. If the heat scares you, soak slices in warm water for 1 minute and discard that liquid. The strongest oils go with it, then brew as normal. Beyond sipping, ginger is a versatile seasoning. Sprinkle dried ginger into breakfast oats to stay full longer. Marinate chicken with ginger juice, garlic, and a dash of soy sauce to cut trans fat formation when roasting. Or blend ginger, turmeric, and honey into a salad dressing, an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. If you love smoothies, throw in half a small knob of ginger plus a handful of greens and an apple. The gentle spice masks the green taste and boosts metabolism. Some worry about caffeine, but ginger tea contains none, so an evening cup won't disturb sleep, as long as you don't oversweeten with honey. About 30 minutes before bed, a warm ginger drink with almond milk and a pinch of cinnamon can soothe the stomach, relax peripheral vessels, and ease you into deep sleep. Many people turn their ginger tea into a calorie bomb by pouring in canned fruit juice or sugar syrup. High sugar wipes out blood sugar stability and sparks inflammation, the very problems we are trying to curb. Keep sweetness only hinting, so you still taste ginger's signature spice. That is when your cup of ginger tea unleashes its full anti-inflammatory and antioxidant power. 4. Hibiscus tea. A crimson cup of hibiscus tea, tart like wild berries, may seem like nothing more than a midday thirst quencher, yet it wears a ruby-red shield. That shield is a potent layer of anthocyanins that helps cells sweep away waste and can even flip the self-destruct switch in dangerous precancerous threats. Street vendors pour it across the tropics, but scientists now hail hibiscus tea as a fresh guardian angel for lungs, heart, and waistline. Even after drying, hibiscus petals retain high levels of delphinidin 3-sembubioside, the anthocyanin responsible for their vivid purplish red hue. Thanks to its electron-rich, multi-ring structure, this molecule snares free radicals as effortlessly as a magnet picks up iron filings, instantly easing oxidative pressure on vessel walls, nerves, and, most critically, DNA. A 2024 scientific report study revealed something more. When lung cancer cells met hibiscus extract in vitro, the proportion of cells that switched themselves off, apoptosis, rose sharply, and they were pushed into self-cleanup mode, autophagy, meaning their ability to divide was locked while the rogue cells consumed their own supplies. Of course, no one claims hibiscus tea cures cancer, but adding 1 or 2 cups a day can erect another barrier against trouble while smog, processed foods, and daily stress lurk around our lung cells. Hibiscus anthocyanins also prove reliable cardiovascular allies. They relax blood vessel walls, letting blood flow more smoothly, so systolic pressure in prehypertensive adults can drop 6-8 mmHg after 6 weeks of 3 small cups a day. Because dilation comes quickly, those with low blood pressure should drink right after meals to avoid lightheadedness. In parallel, hibiscus pushes bad cholesterol out. Its polyphenols bind bile acids, forcing the liver to pull LDL from the blood to make more calming lipids without extreme dieting. Dieters take note. Hibiscus tea is caffeine-free and only 2 calories per 200 ml cup, yet its bright pink color and tangy bite trick the brain into ignoring sugary sodas. Malic and citric acids nudge metabolism, burning a few extra baseline calories. An iced version with mint leaves in mid-afternoon can mute sugar snack cravings. The golden rule is no refined sugar. Just 2 teaspoons transform a slim cup into syrup, spiking blood glucose. To soften the tartness, drop in a few slices of dried jujube or a touch of raw honey. Its slowly absorbed fructose keeps insulin from dancing. The liver and gut benefit, too. Several small Mexican studies show that drinking 2 cups daily lowered ALT and AST about 10% in non-alcoholic fatty liver patients after 2 months. Anthocyanins cut mitochondrial oxidative stress in liver cells, so energy production releases less toxic smoke. Pectin fiber that leaches from petals after a 10-minute soak acts like sticky resin, trapping intestinal cholesterol and feeding gut bugs that ferment it into butyrate, fuel for colon cells that eases mild colitis and constipation. Swap sugary post-meal drinks for a warm, unsweetened hibiscus cup, and you both cleanse the palate and mop up excess fat. Brewing is easy. Take 1-2 teaspoons of dried petals, about 2 g. Rinse quickly with boiling water to remove dust. Then add 200 ml freshly boiled water, cover, and steep exactly 10 minutes for full color and nutrients. Hot tea warms the stomach on cold mornings. For a cool drink, let it chill, add ice and a few orange or tangerine peels. Citrus oils plus anthocyanins yield a fresh aroma and extra vitamin C for radiant skin. Brew ahead in a glass pitcher, refrigerate, and finish within 24 hours. Beyond that, oxidized polyphenols turn brown and astringent. Pairing tips. In the morning, sip warm hibiscus with 5G collagen peptides and half a teaspoon of lemon juice, supplying collagen building blocks while anthocyanins shield those fibers from breakdown. Post-workout, drink it cold with a pinch of mineral salt and honey. Electrolytes restored, gentle tartness encourages hydration, and anthocyanins speed muscle recovery. If you struggle with insomnia but want an evening beverage, try warm hibiscus with a thin ginger slice. Caffeine-free and mildly vasorelaxing, it won't keep you awake. Store it right to preserve that power red. Dried petals fear moisture and light. Keep them in a dark glass jar in a cool spot. Take only what you need, then cap immediately. No scale, remember, 1 small handful of petals equals 1 standard cup. Don't overdo it. More than 3 strong cups a day may cause mild flushing in people with pollen allergies. Pregnant women in the first trimester should consult a doctor, as tart tea can irritate a sensitive stomach. A common mistake is turning hibiscus into a mocktail with sugary syrup and soda. High sugar erases its blood pressure benefit and makes anthocyanins precipitate, spoiling that. 5 Dandelion Root Tea. A single cup of dandelion root tea, brewed from the weed that grows along backyard fences, is being hailed by scientists as a DNA janitor. Its faintly coffee-like, roasted earth flavor not only warms the stomach in the morning, but also quietly flips the self-destruct switch in damaged colon cells, while easing the daily load on liver, kidneys, and intestines. Dried, lightly roasted dandelion roots release 2 powerful cards, terexasterol and inulin. Terexasterol is mildly bitter. An in vitro study in the Journal of Functional Foods, 2024, showed that terexasterol activates caspase-3, the cell's internal scalpel, prompting colon cancer cells to shut down their life program without harming surrounding healthy tissue. In other words, you're adding an extra natural filter that removes typos in DNA before they erupt into major disease. The second card, inulin, is a soluble fiber that serves as food for beneficial gut flora. When those microbes thrive, they produce butyrate, the colon lining's favorite fuel, which reduces chronic inflammation, eases constipation, and steadies post-meal blood sugar. Dandelion root is also naturally rich in potassium, acting as a gentle water pull that helps the body excrete excess sodium, keeping blood pressure calmer and limbs less puffy. For centuries, Europeans have called dandelion root tea a tonic for liver and kidneys. Extra bonuses: your liver, the busiest chemical filter, loves terexasterol. The compound boosts phase II detox enzymes, turning fat-soluble toxins into water-soluble forms that the kidneys can flush. People who drink alcohol socially, take long-term medications, or eat oily foods often feel lighter and notice brighter skin after a few weeks of dandelion root tea. For weight control, inulin prolongs fullness and reduces sugar cravings. A 2023 Korean study found dandelion root extract increased AMPK activity, the body's fat burn switch, raising basal energy burn by about 5% when paired with a 30-minute brisk walk. How to brew: place 1 teaspoon of dried dandelion root, approximately 2 g, in a pan. Dry roast over low heat for 3 minutes until it smells nutty. Add 250 ml water, simmer for 10 minutes, turn off the heat. Let it cool slightly, then strain. The tea has a light, earthy taste with a mild, sweet afternote. Beginners may balance the flavor with a squeeze of lemon or a few drops of raw honey. Drink 1-2 cups daily, best in the morning or early afternoon. For an iced version, chill the tea and refrigerate. Its amber color holds for 24 hours. Key cautions: dandelion root tea has a mild diuretic effect due to its high potassium. Anyone on strong diuretics or heart medication should consult a doctor to avoid rapid water electrolyte loss. People with very low blood pressure should drink the tea after meals to prevent lightheadedness. Pregnant women in the 3rd trimester and patients with acute gallstones should also seek medical advice, as the tea can trigger stronger gallbladder contractions. Skip the sugar bomb. Avoid refined sugar or syrup. Choose stevia or a few grains of pink salt to enhance flavor. Do not combine with other strong diuretic herbs, corn silk, cat's whiskers, lest potassium drop too quickly, causing fatigue or cramps. Upgrade tip: stir 5G collagen peptides into warm tea. Terexasterol shields collagen from oxidation, while peptides supply the bricks for joints and skin. After a protein-heavy meal, a cup helps the liver process excess urea. After a salty dinner, a warm cup aids sodium excretion, so you wake with less puffiness. Store dried roots in a dark glass jar in a cool, airy place. Avoid thin plastic bags that attract moisture and mold. If you dig your own roots, wash off soil, cut into 5 cm pieces, sun-dry for 2 days, then oven dry at 50 degrees C until they snap, store for later use. Roasted roots keep their aroma for up to 3 months before polyphenols decline. This deep brown drink is a stealthy DNA janitor. Terexasterol urges faulty cells to self-destruct, inulin feeds gut microbes, potassium helps kidneys filter smoothly, and the gentle earthy taste may even become more addictive than your morning coffee. 6. Turmeric plus Black Pepper Tea. 1 golden teaspoon of turmeric powder, a tiny pinch of black pepper, hot water, and an 8-minute wait. That's all it takes to brew your body a superhero duo, capable of shrinking liver tumors, easing joint pain, and soothing the stomach after a greasy meal. Science has long known curcumin, the yellow pigment in turmeric, as an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant warrior, yet it is poorly soluble and quickly broken down by the liver. The solution sits right on the spice rack. Black pepper contains piperine, a key that boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Piperine slows curcumin's clearance in the liver and opens transport channels in the intestinal wall, so enough curcumin reaches the bloodstream to make a real difference. The most striking evidence appeared in Cancer Letters in early 2025. A meta-analysis of 15 preclinical trials showed that mice with liver tumors given a turmeric pepper blend saw average tumor volume drop 54% versus controls. This is not yet a human prescription, but it confirms the potential of a daily turmeric pepper tea to hinder hidden threats, especially in the liver, the organ that filters every chemical from food, alcohol, and medications. Benefits go far beyond cancer. Curcumin is a heavyweight foe of chronic inflammation, the root of arthritis, atherosclerosis, and skin aging. It blocks both COX-2 and NF-kappa B enzymes, so swollen knees hurt less and morning stiffness eases. Many osteoarthritis sufferers report they no longer need a bedtime pain pill after 3 weeks of drinking 2 cups of turmeric pepper tea daily. In the gut, curcumin boosts bile flow, speeding digestion of heavy fats and reducing bloating after rich meals. Black pepper stimulates stomach enzymes, helping the body handle protein and starch smoothly, curb acid reflux, and improve digestion. Together, turmeric and pepper not only aid each other's absorption, but also reinforce effects. Piperine alone has mild antibacterial activity, helping balance gut microbiota. If you watch weight and blood sugar, this duo is worth a try. Curcumin activates AMPK, the cell's fat burn switch, prompting the body to tap stored calories, so the waistline shrinks when combined with a high vegetable diet and 30-45 minutes of daily brisk walking. Turmeric powder also improves home-IR insulin resistance and lowers post-meal glucose peaks. With black pepper, mild thermogenesis rises and basal energy burn climbs a few percent, small numbers that add up over time. How to brew it perfectly? Place 1 teaspoon, approximately 2 g quality turmeric powder, and a pinch of freshly ground black pepper, about 1/10 teaspoon, approximately 0.1 g in a cup. Pour 250 ml of 90 degrees C water, stir, cover, and steep exactly 8 minutes so curcumin shifts into a soluble form. When you lift the lid, a vivid orange aroma greets you. The pepper's gentle heat awakens the senses. For rounder flavor, add a half teaspoon raw honey or a few drops of stevia, no refined sugar, and squeeze in a lemon slice for extra vitamin C and better iron absorption if the next meal is leafy green. Rich. Drink 1-2 cups daily, ideally after breakfast and lunch to harness fat-digesting, anti-inflammatory effects. Curcumin dissolves in fat, so if the meal is low-fat, stir in a splash of nut milk or a few drops of olive oil. The curcumin hides in the oil droplets, increasing stability and stomach comfort. Safety notes: curcumin and piperine both slightly delay blood clotting. Anyone on anticoagulants with INR3 or in the perisurgical period should avoid this tea. Patients with acute gallstones or cholangitis should pause, as curcumin stimulates gallbladder contractions. Pregnant women in the 3rd trimester should consult a doctor before exceeding 1 g turmeric per day. Those with severe reflux may feel burning from the pepper. Cut pepper to a tiny pinch or drink after meals with warm milk to soothe the stomach. Storage: keep turmeric powder in a dark glass jar in a cool, dry place. Light quickly degrades curcumin. Grind black pepper fresh before brewing. Piperine's essential oils evaporate fast, and pre-ground pepper older than 3 months loses about half its potency. If you have time, gently simmer turmeric and pepper in coconut milk for 10 minutes, adding cinnamon and a slice of ginger. This golden milk is not only fragrant and creamy, but also raises curcumin solubility, perfect at night to warm joints and promote sound sleep. 7. Reishi mushroom tea. Drop a slice of Reishi mushroom into a pot of warm water and let it simmer gently for half an hour. It may sound like nothing more than a relaxing evening ritual. Yet during those 30 minutes, an immune general is quietly marshalling its troops, activating NK cells, rallying a wall of beta-glucans and triterpenoids that help the body identify, encircle, and shrink would-be invaders disguised as faulty cells. Reishi has held supreme tonic status in East Asian herbal medicine for centuries. Modern science is now revealing why. Its beta-glucan layer awakens natural killer NK cells, the special forces unit that hunts down abnormal cells, while triterpenoid ganoderic acids infiltrate the cancer cell cycle and push them towards self-destruction. A 2023 report in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that when mice with lung tumors drank a Reishi decoction, tumor size fell by 35%, and NK cell activity jumped 48%. In daily life, that suggests a nightly cup of Reishi tea can bolster the security cameras in your bloodstream, helping the body detect and eliminate cells damaged by smog, processed food, or stress. Reishi is also a friend to those battling fatigue or sleep disturbance. Beta-glucans prompt macrophages to release interleukin-10, a gentle anti-inflammatory that calms the brain and eases the descent into deep sleep. Triterpenoids have been shown to balance the HPA axis, lowering cortisol, the culprit behind racing hearts and broken sleep. After 2 weeks of drinking a 2G Reishi decoction each night, many people report sleeping through the night and waking clear-headed, with a steadier heartbeat than after coffee or strong tea. Your liver and kidneys appreciate Reishi too. Triterpenoids boost endogenous antioxidants, SOD, catalase, quenching free radicals and reducing liver damage from medication or alcohol. Prediabetic individuals enjoy a double bonus. Beta-glucans coat food in the gut, blunting post-meal glucose peaks, while ganoderic acids improve insulin sensitivity in muscle tissue. Small Korean studies also show that Reishi can lower systolic blood pressure 4-5 mmHg after 8 weeks, thanks to mild vasodilation and diuretic effects. Simple decoction. Cut 2G of Reishi into thin coins, about 2 coin-sized slices. Place in an earthenware or stainless steel pot with 300 ml water. Bring to a boil, then simmer for 30 minutes until 200 ml remain. The tea is amber brown, mildly bitter with a sweet aftertaste. New drinkers can soften the flavor with 1 or 2 red date slices or a few drops of wild honey without losing benefits. Enjoy 1 cup in the evening at least 30 minutes after a meal to avoid diluting stomach acid. On busy days, brew once, split into 2. Drink warm in the morning to prime immunity, finish the rest at night to relax. Important cautions. Reishi is mildly diuretic and can nudge liver enzymes upward in end-stage cirrhosis, so such patients need regular liver tests and doctor approval. High-dose anticoagulant users should also consult a physician, as triterpenoids can slightly delay clotting. Pregnant or nursing women should limit intake to under 1 g per day under professional guidance. Those with low blood pressure should drink Reishi after meals and follow with a glass of water to avoid lightheadedness. Boosting tip: add 1/8 teaspoon freshly ground black pepper to your cup. Piperine slows ganoderic acid breakdown, prolonging its presence in the blood. For joint and skin support, stir in 5G collagen peptides. The natural vitamin C in red dates activates collagen, while Reishi shields the chains from oxidation. To aid weight control, drink warm Reishi tea 20 minutes before dinner. Beta-glucans encourage earlier satiety. Storage: keep dried slices in a dark glass jar below 25 C in a dry place. Avoid humid plastic bags that invite mold. Use clean tongs when removing slices and close the lid immediately. Reishi's active compounds remain stable for up to 12 months if protected from light and moisture. Don't turn this tea into a troublemaker by adding refined sugar or condensed milk. They raise blood sugar and hinder triterpenoid absorption. If you need sweetness, choose stevia or a small amount of raw honey. Drink it regularly 4 or 5 days a week, and within a few weeks you may notice fewer colds, deeper sleep, brighter skin, and steadier mood. So we've now decoded the 7 most powerful teas, but remember, results appear only if you avoid these 3 classic mistakes. First, never brew tea with canned juice or heaps of honey. A sugar surge will spike your blood glucose level, and the valuable polyphenols become locked up, leaving the body to absorb barely half of them. The fix is simple. Use warm filtered water at 75-85 degrees C. Then add a fresh orange slice if you want a hint of sweetness, plus a little vitamin C to aid absorption. Second, limit yourself to a maximum of 3 cups per day, equal to 1 or 2 kinds of tea. Downing 4 or 5 varieties in a row may upset your stomach, and in worse cases, affect liver enzymes. If you have already overdone it, Pause for 48 hours and drink warm water and yogurt so the digestive system can reset. Third and most serious mistake: stopping prescribed medication or skipping follow-up appointments because you think the teas are enough. Let me repeat, tea only supports treatment. It never replaces the regimen your doctor prescribes. Always inform your physician so your doses can be adjusted properly. In short, the 3 superpowers teas provide are lowering inflammation and oxidative stress, triggering abnormal cells' self-destruction, and reinforcing immune barriers. If you're unsure where to start, try a 14-day kickoff plan. Pick one of the 3 easiest options: mild 5, refreshing 4, or full-bodied 1. Brew it correctly and sip it after breakfast or mid-afternoon. Jot down notes on your sleep, digestion, and daily energy to track changes. As I always remind my patients, cancer is not a full stop. It's a reminder to treat your body kindly. So, comment below which tea you'll try first, share this video with someone who needs it, and hit subscribe on the Healthy Vitality channel with notifications on. See you in the next video: the optimal nutrition protocol for post-chemotherapy patients. Together, we'll turn knowledge into strength for healthy living every day.